ask who I have with me today?
Yeah, so my name's Matt Wetmiller. We own Restoration Fitness and Nutrition. It's in Lakeland here off of Edgewood and Lakeland Highlands, like right in that Winn-Dixie Shopping Center.
Like behind the 7-Eleven?
Behind the 7-Eleven, yeah.
Okay.
So we're in that shopping center right there. We've been in that location for a couple of years now, but we've been in business 5 years. We started out of our house.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then from there moved to a second location, which was just a, no AC box, 800 square foot, hot.
Yeah.
But we grew in there for a couple of years and then had to jump to this other space that we're in now, and it's been growing ever since. It's been amazing.
That's how you do it. That's how any business starts.
Yeah, so we were very grassroots. We didn't get into a place where it was like, let's get this building, let's get this big loan, let's get in a lot of debt. Like, we didn't have to do that. We started kind of, and I'm from Georgia.
Okay.
And I had a lot of training experience there with my buddy's gym there. I was his head coach, and it was something that I think the first job that I got into where I was like, I really love what I'm doing. First job I've ever had where I could say that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, there's something to this. Well, why is that? And just kind of started digging on all the things that like kind of pulled on my heartstrings on like why I love this, loved working out in this way that we work out. And then love meeting people. I love building a relationship. I love helping people get better and become better versions of themselves. And so like, it's just kind of like this avenue fit all of those things, and I was like, maybe that's why I love it.
You got your heart into it.
Yeah, so it was really easy for me, I guess you can say, to really care for people in this field. So
you said that you were an athlete. You're like a high school athlete. What did you guys do? What did you do?
High school, I was cross country, track, basketball, and in college, I went to college on scholarship for cross country.
Oh, wow.
And continued to play basketball and all of that kind of stuff. I was very like sports driven, if you will, my whole life. But yeah, a couple years of college, was a 2-year college, a smaller school, got a scholarship there on that cross country, and then transferred to University of Georgia. I didn't do any organized sports there. I just had fun and did recreational sports there.
You're a bulldog?
Basketball. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big time. So I know I'm around a lot of Gators here, but that's okay. But I have seen, and people at my gym too, there's several handful of Georgia fans, which is kind of cool. But so that's kind of how, I got into that before, and then long story short, of course, there's a lot of backstory and stuff. But.
Yeah, I believe it or not, I used to be an athlete.
Okay.
I played golf, I played baseball, I played football. I got my wrist busted open sacking the quarterback. But I used to be athletic, and then went in the Army. The Army made me even more athletic, if you will. And in high school, I was a cross country. I ran across the 880, I think. Is there something called 440 and 880? If that's what it is still?
Maybe in track.
Yeah, track.
Cross country was a 5K.
A 5K.
Off-road, like trail.
I think I ran 1 mile was the longest I ran.
Yeah.
Except for the Army was 2 miles.
That's still good, man.
That's
still
right.
Plenty.
Yeah, oh yeah. And I still contribute that to why my legs and my arms are still in good. My belly, I put on the pounds, but my legs and my arms, a little bit of martial arts I took too.
Yeah.
So you found something you love.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to stay fit.
Mm-hmm.
You get to teach others what you know.
Yes, sir.
And I understand that you work with your wife, and there's nutrition and stuff involved with that as well.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
That's a big part of our business. We really saw that, we could work out, like that was the easy part to some degree for us, but working out could not be the only thing that you did to get the results that you wanted to get. The bulk of it was actually nutrition. And it just so turns out that my wife has studied nutrition for as long as I've known her, and she's always been a big advocate of eating healthy, knowing how to do that, how to help people doing that. And we knew that when we started this business that we could not just do one, we needed to do both. And we were kind of like a good combo, if you will. She was very good, much better than I am at nutrition and teaching that, and I was more on the side of teaching the fitness and helping people in that way, which is what I was doing before. And so I always say I know enough about nutrition to be dangerous. My wife knows enough to change people's lives.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. And so we've coupled those into what we offer and what we do, like group training, personal training, and nutrition coaching. Because nutrition is 80% of it, and that's probably being generous, and so there's so many things out there with nutrition. You can go so many ways, it's very confusing. And so what we do with people in our gym is we help make it very simple for everyone. Every person's different, so you do have to tailor to every person's goals,
sense. All body types,
what they need, body types, what specifically they're working towards. And there are some generalities that they need to do that everyone does, but we get into the weeds too with people if that's the route they want to go, to get really specific. But we just realized that you can't have one without the other to get where you are wanting to get. You have people that come in, they're like, I just want to work out and lose X amount of weight and all that. Well, how's your nutrition doing? And it's like, I don't really care about that. Well, you can't outwork a bad diet. I wish we could, And so we help educate people how to eat healthy. We don't put people on any diets, because diets don't work. They're very short-term, temporary, and they're not sustainable. And so a lot of times when people go on diets, especially from our experience personally, but also from our experience coaching as well and seeing other people's testimonies with that, it's not sustainable. And when they stop doing it because it's very overwhelming, what do you do now? You don't know what to do? Okay, well, we're going to educate you and teach you how to eat healthy as a lifestyle for you, so that if you ever got off the bandwagon, 1 week or even a month, which is crazy. You won't do that when you have the accountability from a gym like ours, but
in personal service.
For sure. But if that was to happen where you got off the band, you went on vacation, you know exactly how to get back on, because you've been being taught it, and someone is keeping you accountable. Someone is tweaking things for you and helping you every step of the way. So it's a huge part of our business, and I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why every gym doesn't do that, offer that, because it's a big deal. It is a hard thing to tackle, but my wife has done a very good job, and we have 2 nutrition coaches also working for us as well. So we spread it out with them, and they're awesome, and they've been taught and trained as well. But we have to help people in that, because the world, our country, does not do a very good service on teaching people how to eat healthy for themselves, if I had to be honest. And so part of why we do what we do in that sense of things is to put a dent in that in people, so you can actually pay for investing in your health this way, which is far cheaper and far better and beneficial for your body as a whole, or you can pay for it in the hospital. It's one of 2 things, and that one's going to be a lot more.
That's right.
And so we really desire to really help people very simply, not making it overwhelming, because again, diets are overwhelming. People will do them and yo-yo all around, roller coaster ride, mm-hmm. right? Because it's simply just not knowing what to do, and the stuff when they look at online, looking up stuff, it's so overwhelming. And well, what's right, what's not right? Well, you don't really need to be looking at any of that anyways. This is what you need to do for you.
Yeah. Information is the most important. And then your diet, bad fuel in, you're going to get bad fuel out.
Right.
If you put fuel in that can't get anything, you're not going to get anything out of it. Yeah. And the packaged goods on the shelves and all that, we know it's processed food. We know it ain't good for us. And if you got someone giving you a call or saying, where are you? What'd you eat? Someone's on your tail to let you learn and find out that information is very encouraging.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, even with fitness, we all need a coach.
Encouragement.
We all need the encouragement and accountability, 100%. That's why you see a lot of in big access gyms, the New Year's resolutions and then the tail off or whatever. Well, it's harder. It is. I couldn't really do it either if I didn't have the accountability, like just because I own a gym doesn't mean that like I'm not ever not motivated, you know, or like that it's hard for me to work out by myself. You know, it is. And so when you have the accountability, it ups your percentage of staying consistent and actually creating habits and doing it long term, which in return, no matter your age, like you will benefit from it highly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Keep your heart in good shape. You'll live longer, experience life even more.
Yeah, you're way more vibrant. You can do a lot more. You don't realize too, I think sometimes until crap hits the fan on how limited you actually are when you do neglect health and fitness, which I understand why you would. Life gets busy. This, that, so many things. Like I get it. I have 2 kids, one on the way, and like a business, and like, I mean, I get it. You know, it's busy, right? But there always is space to do the things that you really want to do.
Put your health,
you know,
higher on the priority list.
Yes.
Everybody's got priorities. Your health is probably one of the top ones because you may not have it tomorrow. If you got those clogged veins and all that, you ain't gonna.
Yeah, and everybody, like, you benefit the most from that. Everybody wants to live long and do what they want to do, and health is like, to me, is one of like actually the smaller investments that has the best impact in your life for the long run to help you be able to do all those things that you want to do.
I agree.
If you neglect that, may be good for a little bit, but then it will come back to bite us, you know? And everybody's bodies are different. So some may not feel the effects of it till they're in their 60s. Some might feel the effects of it when they're in their 30s, 40s, right. You know, and it just all depends.
And those people that let themselves go too much, you really help build a plan for them.
Yeah, we love helping people that have no clue. It's okay to have no clue. It is, you know? And so we make it simple. We truly care. That's one of the biggest things for us is we really like want to help people.
That's fantastic.
And so it's why we do what we do. We want to not just help people physically, we do help people spiritually with their own lives, what they're going through. We're intentional on asking them like, hey, are you doing okay?
A friendship develops.
Yeah, for sure. So that's important to us as well. And so
you guys offer like an initial consultation or?
Yes, so we everyone that comes in our gym, they book a free intro. You can do that from our website, from Google, our Google page as well.
It's Restoration
Fitness and Nutrition.
Fitnessandnutrition.com.
Yep. And if you the website is www.restorationfitnesslkld.com.
Okay.
But if you went to Google,
yeah, fine.
LKLD. Right?
Okay.
But if you went to Google and typed in gyms near me, Restoration Fitness, Lakeland, that'll pop up there. You can go through that to get to the website. You can go through that to book intro. I mean, so they go through an initial sit down like this with me, and I basically talk to them and pull out of them, why are you here? What are you wanting to accomplish? How are you hoping we can help you? And just dig into their goals as well, what they're wanting to accomplish, why they're wanting to accomplish it, what's going on in their life. So you really dig to a lot of root things going on, and we just show them like, we can totally help you with this, and this is how. And then it's just kind of up to them. I show them, you know, packages that we have to offer based on what they're telling us. I'll recommend what I think is best based on what they tell us, not based on like what I want to sell them. We don't do that. Like, if they don't want personal training, I'm not going to talk to you about personal training. You know, right, so sure. It's tailored for like what you're giving me and telling me. I'm going to suggest what is best, and they basically choose like what best fits their budget, their schedule, what they're really looking for.
And you get the motivation.
Oh yeah. And so we lay out to them in that intro like what all they'll be gaining. That's why like it's hard sometimes when someone's inquiring about price. It's like it's hard for me just to give you price and you not know everything that you're going to be gaining. Whether when you do a sit down with me,
you need to know what value.
You're going to see a lot more of the value, and that price is actually like nothing really, you know, compared to what you're really desiring to accomplish and get.
That's right. And I've seen you had group sessions, so you guys do groups and
group training, personal training, and nutrition coaching. Those are like our 3 MOs. We do some online training, but that's not like our big thing. It's those 3 three things there where it's like in person. We're a coaching gym. We don't have any open gym. Nobody's working out on their own. They are you are watched. You are personal training is one-on-one, so you're 100% watched and trained, right? And then group training, our classes are capped at like 12 and down. Reason why is because it helps the coach tend to everybody really well, because we're big on you moving well, not hurting yourself, and getting the most out of what you're trying to do in the workout. So,
well, I appreciate you sharing that information.
Yeah,
that is fantastic. I like the personalization. You know,
sure.
You can go into these gyms and it's a whole group thing, and everybody's on their own, and everybody's beefing in front of each other, and like this, and
that's another thing.
You're just feeding your ego.
Yeah, and that's another thing is like that stays at the door, man. Like you'll know real quick coming in our gym that like that's not what it's about. Like it's very, people are very encouraging and friendly and kind. It's the atmosphere that we've created. We're not like asking for those people to be coming to our gym. It's just like what they experience and actually are drawn to. It's like they want that environment that's like feels safe. It feels like I'm being taken care of. Like nobody cares about like looking a certain way or like, you know, yes, they have goals and they want to accomplish certain things for a reason on how they look and all that, but it's not about that.
Yeah.
You know,
it's about being healthy.
Yeah. We're like, hey, we'll help you. You're in a great spot right now, walking in the door, you know?
That is awesome. Well, Matt,
yeah.
I thank you so very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for sharing that time with me.
Yeah.
Thank Cohas for letting me use this room as well.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Come see Restoration Fitness.
Yeah, appreciate it.